So now we're in sort of kind of the next phase here. We're going to create another component as we continue to build our first electronics PCB. And so we're going to work on creating a resistor. You've used resistors probably several times already. Now I'm going to show you kind of the quick way of getting another component into your design. Initially with the LED, we went and found a symbol. We then also went and found a footprint, and then we changed the pads. And then we actually brought in a 3D model of the LED to create the entire component. This time we're actually just going to import an entire component without having to really add too much to it. So this will be pretty simple, so we're just going to go ahead and get into it. We'll go back up to the new component symbol and click on that. And we're not going to even type in anything here. We're just going to go directly to the import symbol here. And I'm going to look for resistors. So I'll type in resistors and hit enter. And you can see we've got a whole array of items to choose from. Okay? And a lot of these, if we open them up, what you can see on the right here is the symbol, here is the footprint, and here is the package or the 3D model of it. This one doesn't have much of a 3D model to it. But what's going to happen is when we choose one of these, all these things will import with it, which is pretty nice. Now I've already kind of gone through this list and looked at some things, but I'm going to go right to here to these resistors. And I'm going to choose one like this. And here again, you can see we've got the symbol, we've got our footprint. We are going to change the size of these pads, but that's all we're going to really do. And we have a 3D model. So that is everything we need basically to create this component. So I've selected it. I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK. And now you can see it right here opening up. And if I open it up, a couple things are happening here. We've got a symbol, okay, but we also have a bunch of footprints. So here you can see that footprint. So these are for different kinds of resistors than the one we really want. Let's find the one we want here. This guy? No, this guy? So here is the one we're actually wanting, and we can see it's got that footprint or that 3D model for it. Now with all of these, you can see basically with this imported component, it has one symbol that represents a few different footprints. So if we click on these, we're going to see a couple of different kinds of footprints. That's one. There's going to be some there. So these are surface mounted ones. What else we got here? That's about the same. That's another surface mounted. But really, we're only concerned with this actual, in mine, it's this last one here. And if I just click on it, you can see it's this footprint is the one I actually want. So I'm going to double click on it here. And actually, let's right click on it. Can we rename it? Let's rename this. And we'll just call this 1K. I'm going to do underscore resistor. And hit OK. That will just make it easier for us to find. And we're going to go ahead and just hover over these pads. I'm going to right click, choose properties, and we're going to change the diameter to 60, the drill hole size to 40, and we'll change round to long. I like to hit apply first, and we'll see kind of what happens. See, it's it doesn't really matter the orientation, but I am going to change it here to a 90, hit apply. That's what I want. And we're just going to go ahead and do that to the one on the right here. Right click, properties, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this 90 already, 60, and 40, and long. Apply. It's in the right direction. That's good. Okay, so we've got that. And we scroll down. We can also change this. We right click on it and rename this to 1K resistor. Again, just so it's easy for us to see. Whoop. Resistor. Oh my goodness. All right. So now we've got those two named, and they'll be easy for us to find as we create our schematic design. I'm just going to close that up and close that up. So now we have quickly created, by importing previously made packages or components, a resistor. And it has everything we need, from the footprint to the symbol, as well as the 3D package. So a lot of symbols, a lot of components that you want are pre-made, and you can go and find them by doing just what we did. Some of them also have parts, so they'll have a symbol but not a footprint, or they'll have a footprint but not a symbol. And you can still import those and then go ahead and make your own whatever it needs. A lot of them don't have good 3D packages, so you may have to create your own 3D object, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. Hopefully this is helpful, and we will get part C created so that you can keep moving forward in creating your first circuit board.